A year ago, I opened this YouTube channel because I was impressed by the knowledge that Andrew Huberman was sharing. And to be honest, I was so amazed that I was thinking, well, now that I know all this information, my life is gonna change forever. And it did, but not the way I expected. I was so excited about optimizing my life that I started to watch a lot of podcasts with him. I started to take notes. I started to implement the advice that Andrew was giving. And the new life I was building was pretty promising. I decided to change my routine. I decided to wake up in the morning, to exercise in the morning. I decided to change my diet. I decided to start reading. I decided to quit social media because it was taking too much time from my life. And I decided to quit my self-medication. And quitting weed was the hardest decision I've made. I would lie to you if I would tell you that I didn't see any results. I wasn't procrastinating that much, I could focus on work better, and I was feeling more energized throughout the day. But after a while, all these rules that I implemented started to be less relevant, especially after my vacation. Everything fell apart. Getting back to work was annoying, getting back to work was just terrible. And I just fell back into my old bad habits. Nothing changed. I got exactly where I started. This made me anxious and I started to watch even more videos on routine, sleep, nutrition, and so on, but I was just getting the illusion of change. The action wasn't there. Of course, at the time, I didn't know where the anxiety is coming from. I didn't know why I'm watching all these videos, but I was journaling at the time, and journaling each day helped me understand that I'm not actually in control of my life, and I'm not actually in control of my actions. And this thought made me so scared about my life, but I found the solution to it. And to better picture this, let me show you something. This is me. Let's pretend all the clothes I wear is the information I know, the knowledge I have. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I like myself. I like myself knowing all this. People look at me and they like me. I love it. But in reality, all the decision making is made by this guy, the bare naked human who doesn't care about what you know, he cares only about what he wants. And if you believe that you are an animal that evolved from monkeys, well, you have all the reasons to behave like a monkey. But I'm not sure that that will help you achieve the goals you have. The monkey wants only the immediate reward, it wants only the immediate pleasure and doesn't care about anything else. The monkey thinks if getting up in the morning doesn't give me a dopamine rush, why should I do it? And for each new habit we try to implement, our brain has clever ways of combating them. Following this logic, I got to the conclusion that I am a slave of pleasure, and my comfort zone is my cell. The cell is surrounded by fear, and the better life I want for myself is beyond that fear, beyond that pleasure, and that's the hardest battle in my life. I couldn't accomplish much because I wasn't free. I was doing everything from the cell. My perspective of the world was obscure, the traumas I had made me seek pleasure, and pleasure chained me and made me selfish, ignorant, arrogant, and angry on the entire world. And the knowledge Andrew Huberman was sharing was just not enough to change my life, because the biggest battle was in my head. All the mess I have inside, all the traumatic experiences, all the good and the bad, created my system of belief, and more often than not our system of beliefs tends to make us comfortable, and we are just getting comfortable with the mess we have inside. If you smoke weed, you will tend to believe that that's good for you. It makes you happier, it makes your world better, and you are more creative. If you smoke cigarettes, well, you will tend to believe that you can leave them anytime. I was watching porn because I was believing, well, I'm not cheating and that's my reward. I hope by now you see the pattern here. It is very dangerous to build your system of beliefs in a way that justifies your flaws. And it is even more dangerous with the amount of trash we consume daily. Your system of beliefs is your software, and if you see a lot of bugs in your life, if you see unfulfillment, anxiety, depression, stress, there is an update available. This update is called faith. And I know this is not a popular opinion, I know this is not a trending opinion, but this is what changed my life drastically. Now I can enjoy each day like never before. This gave me full control over myself, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that now I'm at peace and I am no longer lying to myself. I was a convinced atheist and science for me was above everything. Hence, this channel was created. But recently, I've met God and this changed my life forever. This changed my point of view and now I feel free. Now I feel incredible. I never thought that believing in God will make me feel so good. It's just an incredible feeling, and I think I need to make like hundreds of videos to explain all my experience with God, and I am not the only believer. I will tell you something that you probably didn't know, I certainly didn't. Andrew Huberman believes in God. Check out this video.
Of course, there's this difference among scientists as to who believes in God, who doesn't. I'll just go on record. I'm very comfortable saying I believe in God. I do. I think there are many things that science can explain. There are certain things science can't explain. But I'll even go a step further, which is that all the elements of science are entirely compatible with the idea of there being a God. And I'm not the first scientist to say this. I mean, Einstein believed in God. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists ever, clearly believed in God. I absolutely pray. I absolutely love that the idea, but also what for me is really a deep belief, which is that we can't control everything. We're not in as much control as we think we are.
It's giving you peace?
Oh, my goodness. It's given me so much. It's given me peace. And, you know, this is going to sound weird and probably people are going to be like, what are you talking about? If this, it works. It works.
By the way, the link to the entire video is in description. I hope this video will give you hope. There is a way out of darkness. I found it myself and you can as well. You just have to believe. In the beginning, I was skeptical that God can help me because after so many attempts of trying to leave drugs, porn, procrastination, I wasn't able to succeed. But now, and only now, I'm finally free. And it's not my credit, it's not Andrew's, it's God's. He left us the best system of beliefs that can set you free, the Bible. Do you want to be free?